7,340 pounds, the open range light 275 here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, looking snazzier than ever. Now, historically, a lot of folks have been very confused. What's the difference between a light and an ultralight? And basically, they're built the same, but the light that we're looking at has a higher trim package, fancier equipment. And with some of the upgrades that they've offered now, like the ability to add a king bed, the second awning that wasn't there previously, and things like that big 12-volt fridge, they've really done a very good job of creating an obvious line in the sand where you can go from good to better right here, going from the ultralight to the light. And that's the thing. They're built the same. This one just has more whiz-bangs and widgets. So this one gives us opposing slides, opportunity for a king bed, even washer dryer prep, and something that has one of the best extended season camping packages available in its class. First, a quick look with the slide closed. I'm standing in the bedroom right now, so obviously we can reach that. There's a bathroom on the right. We can reach that, and I think there's even a song by Creedence Clearwater Revival that talks about a bathroom on the right. At least that's how most people hear it. Now, when we squeeze around the corner, one of the problems with most opposing slide living room island kitchen campers is that you can't typically get to much with the slides closed. Now, I'm not saying this is massively travel accessible, but we can access the dining if we squeeze through here, because you can get past the slides like I just did, even though I'm a big belly dude, you know, with a big old fluffy coat on currently because it's chilly, in case you were curious. The fact is, you could reach, you could get to that sink, and what is also really nice, we're going to be up close and personal, but you can also access the fridge and the freezer in transit. So this isn't fully travel accessible, but it does have the necessities handled for travel access. But when you crack those opposing living room slides open, you are treated to something that is very large, spacious, open feeling, made to feel even larger with a great lighting package, because lighter feels bigger and brighter, and that open feeling vaulted ceiling. Now, as long as we're looking up here, I should cover the whisper ducted 15,000 BTU air conditioner. First of all, most trailers still have a 13.5 air standard with an upgrade to a 15, so this is the bigger air standard. Secondly, I don't believe there is any other true lightweight trailer out there offering whisper ducted air system. Frankly, it's still the minority of fifth wheels, and it is ultra rare in any travel trailer to have the quiet cooling air system that you find here. And it's cool that it's just standard on the open range ultralights and lights here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Another big uncommon quality is what they've done here with the floor. So first of all, it is ventless, so that is a very handy thing for cleaning and pet purposes, but they took it to the next level by having absolutely no carpet in this camper, not even in the slide out. They were the industry first to do that very recently. Another manufacturer has adopted a carpetless floor flush slide like this. That would be the Freedom Express Liberty Edition, and wouldn't you know it, we have those available for you here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Big Montana fifth wheels have also gone carpetless recently, but it is still a very ultra rare quality. Now, tons of windows. I love all the windows. Notice how they all open for airflow. This thing gets fantastic breezes here. The table and chairs, like there is a booth available. We like to throw the table and chairs in this upgraded light series. You see the heat massage theater seating over there. There is also a little LED accent light below that, but that does require 110 power to operate. There's even USB plugs built right into that thing, so that if you want to, have a place to charge your phone, you got a perfect little spot to do it. Now, on the rear wall here, like this is a couples camper, but if we take a look, you can see that it does have a good guest sleeping capacity. That trifold hide-to-bed sleeper sofa back there. And then if you note, both of the theater seats can still recline when that's open, so maybe you're trying to get, say, like a grandkid or something down and sleeping at night. You could still get to those chairs, you could still kick your feet up, like you could watch a family movie together while their little bodies are slowing down. And the theater seat closest to us, you might have noticed, can still fully recline. So if you want to wake up in the morning, kick on the TV, and just let some noise slowly rouse the kiddos, it's just a great thing to do. Although it doesn't have to be just kids. I've spent a weekend on a trifold hide-to-bed like that with my wife in Mr. Haylett's RV when we went family camping, and we got along just fine. All of the countertops in this RV are at least a sealed edge material, while in the kitchen you'll find we have solid surface. So those side stands right there, they have a sealed countertop. There's storage below both stands, which that's an underrated, underappreciated quality right there. And household outlets on both sides. I know that when we go camping, I mean, can we just be straight with one another? We live in a tech-addicted society, and so many places. I needed so many places for, like, you know, we've got the smart watches and the smartphones and the different devices and blah, 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 and we needed like a million places to plug things in. And thankfully, those household outlets, very handy, because you can just plug in like lights and fans and alarm clocks, but you can also put in splitters and tons of USB charging and all kinds of stuff if you need it. Now, the entertainment you might have noticed is directly across from that theater seat, but it can pivot out for easy viewing over here at the sofa, so you can have like a rear little conversation corner. But what's also great is this one isn't just about the living space. It's got a fantastic kitchen arrangement that I'm really excited to show you. And I thought I'd start by kicking that TV out a little bit. After all, why talk about it when we can look at it? Little niceties. All of the overhead, like, flip-up cabinet doors, they're strutted. Ooh, you get a nice little look at my legs in that reflection there. But the struts keep that thing open. Speaking of strutting, check out them legs. Pocket screwed cabinetry with hardwood cabinet doors, which is, you know, pretty common at this price point in the marketplace, but it is nice there. It's the same thing that you might find like a big full-time living fifth wheel like a North Point or a Montana. Big pantry here, built right into this sucker. Now you might notice it doesn't necessarily go all the way to the floor, and there's kind of a blank spot below the countertop space next to the stove. You're going, why did they waste that? Well, they didn't. That is your outdoor camp kitchen. See, the thing is, instead of putting the storage down where you kind of have to be, you know, haunching over, bending down, climbing on your hands and knees, especially that bottom, you know, cabinet to get to, they open it up outside where it's at like belly chest level, depending on how tall you are. And easy to get to. Now, meanwhile, you can see that you've got some good prep space here. You've got that chunk back there in the slide itself, and there is a power outlet above that countertop space in the slide, like just in front of that window there for cross breeze. You've got, you know, the island obviously here, but in terms of prep space, you also have this handy little sort of like entry area, credenza, you know, coffee bar, whatever you want to call it. Now, if we take a look at that dining table, you can see it's a freestanding table and chairs there, but it's got an easy lift top and an extension leaf, so it's really handy that it does give you that extra space. If you want to sit 4, maybe fluffy adults at that thing, you very easily can. Now, again, easy reach outlets here. Like, there's outlets on the island, there's outlets by the stove, there's obviously easy outlets to reach right there. Just nice features. Now, here's another thing I'm excited about. It's become a big deal this year because the technology's gotten better, but that is the optional 12-volt refrigerator. Here's kind of the funky thing. Historically, Open Range called this, well, they had a residential 110 household electric only refrigerator as an upgrade. Well, this is a 12-volt fridge, but on their build sheet or on their options, they still call it a residential fridge upgrade. So I do want you to know that the current generation of, quote, residential fridge upgrade in an Open Range Lite travel trailer is 12-volt, not 110 with an inverter. Now, down below, you see how they even slide in that extra drawer, which is cool, but see a little handy pet dish. So normally that would open up and the little pet dish insert would be in there, but I like to pop it out so that you can see, like, it's cool that this RV is pet friendly, but that's not everyone's motivation. If you just want the extra drawer for storage, congratulations, you got it. No sweat there. Now, one other thing before we jump up into the bathroom area, and that is over here. A lot of RVs have adopted something like this. There's actually a hidden version of LCI One control in here, and every brand has its own name for it. Like, this is called Ridgelink. Jayco's are called something else, but it's One control. Basically, like, you've got a normal physical switch panel here. So why would you want to get rid of it and get a touchscreen, is what some people would say. Well, if you do want touchscreen operation, you can sync your phone to this thing. And I was playing with it the other day. Works slicker than snot. It's actually really cool because it's customized. Like, when you download the app and you sync it to this thing, it will know exactly the equipment that is equipped on this trailer. So it only has the buttons on screen that apply to this RV. And you're not wasting a bunch of time on, you know, sorting through buttons and menus and looking at features that other RVs have that don't benefit you. And this bathroom is great. You are seeing a lot of brands like Wildwood does a ton of bathrooms like this now. It is an excellent bathroom arrangement. You've got, I think it's a 30 by 36 inch shower, but with the radius ceiling and the skylight where it's positioned directly in front of the shower head, it is very tall person friendly. You see that Tri-panel sliding glass door there, easy step-in shower. Someone's playing with the power tongue jack, which is why the lights are flickering. Someone's probably just curious and pushing buttons outside. That happens all the time. Porcelain foot flush stool here, and again, no floor vents. This is easy cleaning here. Now you see that over here at the counter area, they really nailed this. This reminds me actually a lot of how Montana does their bathrooms. Nice space for a wastebasket, which very few travel trailers have a space for a wastebasket in the bathroom. And I know that I use mine. Every time you Q-tip your ears, don't you need a place to put that thing? And I don't know about you, but I don't really like the idea of having to take a used Q-tip through my kitchen in my living room. It just, I don't know. It's not like it's the end of the world, but it's not my preference, and you don't have to do that here. Plywood drawers, down to the floor, sealed edge countertop, and you might note that stainless sink right there. But if we're looking, you're seeing this big old, you know, like obtrusion here, this big box. What is that thing? Why can't we use that in the bathroom? Well, that, if we swing around the corner into the bedroom, is a big extra closet with, you know, a handy shelf up top for hats or just folded clothes, whatever, towels. It'd be great for beach towels, wouldn't it? But here's the thing. If we peek around that corner a little bit, don't know if I can reach from my current position, you see a little sticker peeking at us. That is prepped for a combo washer dryer, which is a hard thing to find in travel trailers. It's becoming a little more available, but it's still the exception, not the rule, especially in a travel trailer with no bedroom slide. It's very rare. TV hookups across from the bed. I like that there's also just a handy switch right there on the wall to activate our ceiling light switch. That's just something Open Range has always been very good about. Because, you know, you might have noticed they have a good lighting package in here. Now the bedroom, you know, most bedrooms are kind of laid out pretty darn similarly. It's got a good look to it though. Like, it's got a pretty aesthetic. That is a 60x80 true queen. You can see some outlets on both sides of the bed for phone charging, CPAP using, etc. But if we look down below this bed, and you close your eyes, you can almost take yourself back to the days of The Legend of Zelda as a cool little secret presents itself. And as we lift up that easy lift bed, notice the plywood decking and the double struts you see, like a split storage area, which is cool. Plus the storage under the bed is totally separate from the pass-through. I know some people like that, some people don't care, but there you go. But you see, you've got this handy little, what I like to call, pet palace. That's RV nerdism number 37 if you're paying attention. It even comes with this little MyPillow small dog bed. Now, again, it's for a small dog. Like my little guy, my dog Carlos, he weighs about 14 pounds when somebody's not feeding him scraps under the table. I'm not saying it's me, but it's me. Anyway, there's a reason the dog sits next to me whenever everyone is eating, because he's like, I believe there's a contract that means I get some scraps of that, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who has an agreement like that with my dog. But here's the thing. Just like the little pet dishes under the fridge, if you don't care about pet camping, if you're not a pet owner, if you have a big dog, or if you don't take your dog camping, it's still just storage. And that's what's so smart about this. It can be a really handy feature, but at the end of the day, at worst, it's just storage. It's kind of like an escalator can't break, it can only become stairs. And yes, I know technically an escalator can break. It's a joke. I almost walked out of here and I realized I phrased something incorrectly. This is standard a 60x80 queen, but what you are looking at here at Haylet RV today is an optional 70x80 king. So king beds are available in open range light travel trailers here at Haylet RV, which is what we're looking at. Now, it's not to say that the one we have in stock is exactly like this. Always call our team to see how we have something built. Because, you know, options can vary. Pricing varies through the year based on suppliers and manufacturers' agreements and all kinds of things. So always check our website and call our team to verify the most accurate current information when you are actually ready to, you know, give our team a call and give us the opportunity to earn your business in return for all the work that we're doing here for you today. Below that queen or king bed, depending on how it's built, in the pass-through, you see the motion light there, which is really handy when it kicks on when you want it. That way you don't forget it's on and kill your battery. The pet palace, or the storage below the bed, would be right behind that little bulkhead wall right there. Now this RV has a lot of aluminum framework, like laminated walls, laminated floor, a lot of aluminum stuff going on here. But like you notice how under the bed is a wood skeleton. A lot of people get kind of confused on that. They say, wait a minute, I thought you said it had an aluminum skeleton. Why do I see wood under the bed? That is furniture structure. That's not RV structure. There's two very different things going on there. You see the double awnings, both are easy tilt with LED lighting. And remember, you can hook your phone up to that one control system. So if you want to, You could be outside, or you could even be laying in bed. Like, you know, if you wake up at night, you forgot to roll the awnings up, and you hear something clanging, banging around, you just roll the awnings up. You don't even got to put on pants. And anytime I don't have to get out of bed and put on pants, it's a good thing. I will just simply say that there are 2 pizza delivery places that will no longer visit my house, but that's neither here nor there. I love, oh God, I love the update to that nose, the partial paint package they have on that nose cap right there. It is very obviously now a different thing from the open range Ultralite. You look at it and you go, that's one of those fancier ones, basically. It sticks right out at you. Now, a couple things, like every RV has its unique qualities. This is very similar in building construction to something like a White Hawk or a Freedom Express you'd find here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, but it's still uniquely open range. Little things like 30-pound propane tanks. Not every lightweight trailer is doing the extra little jobs like that. The sealed sealed hinges on all exterior compartment doors is a nice touch to keep water from getting in there and springing it. Very handy here in the Midwest during storage season. Magnet holdbacks are becoming more common, but they're still not standard across the board, so I like seeing stuff like that. Now let's talk insulation packages. The thing is, a lot of brands nowadays are reporting all these nonsense fairy tale R values. Open range doesn't do that. Like, you can see that it has a enclosed heated belly. But the thing is, they actually have insulation radiant barriers there. They have a cyclical heat flow system that constantly churns the air around. And by the way, you see the dual outlets right there? Someone's going to ask, why are there 2 outlets here? Well, the right-hand one is for the kitchen, the left-hand one is for the bathroom. All the pull valves are all in one spot, though, so that's very easy to why. And someone's going to ask, now, why don't they just hook those together and have one consolidated outlet? Well, basically, the RVs, the tanks are too far away to allow everything to flow properly. So back to what I was saying about insulation. There's a lot of just nonsense values out there. Long story short, Open Range has done a good job here in the ultralight segment. Like, there's a lot of extended season things out there, but they have actually cold chambered and tested their RV. Instead of just saying and promising something, they actually did the research. And they found this is 0 degree capable for 5 consecutive hours. Understand what that means. People seem to not, they don't associate 32 degrees with freezing. They associate 0 degrees with freezing. It starts to freeze at 32. This thing can withstand the extra 32 degrees down to 0 before the timer starts. So if it's like, it's 26 degrees right now, this RV's fine. If it was going to like really, really hard freeze for an extended period, theoretically this RV should still be fine. It's going to have to get insanely cold for an extended period of time with like no breaks before that ever becomes an issue. And you can see you've got the breeze windows all the way, like we already saw the sofa and slide breeze windows on there. You might have noticed that little docking station in the back corner, just a handy spot for like your cable, your water stuff, all to kind of go in one place. Of course, we're backup camera ready. That's a pretty common feature. Now, on the door side here, on the camp side, the rear bumper has a gas grill quick connect, which is really cool because like over here on the the camp kitchen, which is nice that we have a couples camper with a camp kitchen, very similar floor plan, by the way, to a 293 RLDS Apex or 293 RLDS Catalina if like you're being a little more budget conscious or you just have a little simpler taste. But if you want to, you've got a little cooktop over there in the outside kitchen. You could have a separate cooktop grill, Blackstone griddle, whatever, over here, not under one of your 2 awnings. And I know some people like that. So you have the opportunity to really cook however you want. They also give you space behind the electric fireplace inside to go entertainment crazy outdoors if you're so inclined. Or you could just use that extra pocket. You could easily like put some shelf units in there and make that storage. Plus there's power outlets out here, which is always, always handy. Now, in addition to that cooktop, handy little drawer for our utensils, but you see the extra fridge here plus the fridge inside gives this thing, let's see, over 12 cubic foot of total cold storage. That is cool. Now remember that little blue coily hose you saw in that docking station? Well, right over here above that rolled steel galvanized countertop is another one of those little quick connects for it. So if you want to do some little campsite cleanup, you have the ability to do that. And one more thing before we hop upstairs. If I take a knee, you see aluminum wheels, you see radius tires, or radius. Yeah, they better be radius. We got rid of square wheels a long time ago when we were still chiseling wheels, right? But you see radial tires, that's what I'm getting at. But you also see an Equiflex suspension system. very few people, very precious few people, really actually consider an upgraded suspension system when making a purchase decision. This is a lightweight trailer made for towing and going. The idea behind this one is to keep it, you know, less than the 9,000 pounds that an RV this size would be if it were conventionally constructed, something that is a little more comfortable to tow. And that EcoFlex suspension system is helping take a lot of the shock and jolt out of your transit scenario. So that is one of those things that it's an item that most people don't even see. It's an item that most manufacturers won't spend money on because a lot of buyers don't even consider it. They never think about it being important. Open Range is really kind of building for folks who are a little more discretionary in their purchase, and that's one of the things I like about them. They're not just trying to be, it's not a race to the bottom with them, it's how can we make it better. Now, the roof of an Open Range is one I really like to talk about because they are one of the only manufacturers other than Jayco that actually does plywood roof decking. You hear me talk on our Jaycos all the time about a Magnum Truss roof structure. Open Range effectively has the exact same thing, they just don't call it that. So that's a excellent quality. A lot of people don't realize about these. I don't know that I've done a great job historically describing that, so I want to try to make an effort to be better about it this year. One thing that is different here, and we're staring at it, is their PVC roof membrane. If you look across the vast majority of the RV industry, you'll see these things called TPO, EPDM, Alpha Ply, Dicor, Diflex, and any combination of those words in relation to the roof membrane. Thing is, almost all these things effectively have the exact same roof membrane. The molecular structure of the roof membrane might be just different by a shade, but it all pretty much comes from the same supplier, which is why it all pretty much has like the same warranty and guarantees and suggestions for care, maintenance, and upkeep. Open Range has long used a sort of like pliable PVC based roof membrane. The idea behind it, it is lighter, brighter, it reflects more sun, so it'll keep your camper a little bit cooler, although any white roof will certainly help. But it requires no specific maintenance itself. Now, what I did not just say, and if somebody tells you what I'm about to say, get away from them. I didn't say this is a maintenance-free roof. I've heard these described that way. That is idiotic, because that implies you never have to get up here. You still have things like seals that you need to keep an eye on. What it means is that to maintain the membrane's specific warranty, you don't have to do anything special to it. It's just a nice little thing you don't have to do. Now, you might see a couple of my footprints up there. For that, I apologize. But the good news, when you take this RV home, you won't see those, because one of the things that we do for you on all of these just hundreds of brand new RVs here at Haylett RV is at no additional charge to you, because we're not a hidden fee dealership. We don't charge you to clean these things, to show you how they work. You get battery, propane, surge protectors, all the works. All you have to do is, you know, fill up your cabinets and get to your campsite. That's what we do for you here at Haylett RV. No fees, everything up front, all one figure, simple, easy, effective. So if you appreciate that, if you like what we're doing here, I don't care where you live, you give our team over there in that building a call and give us a fair opportunity to earn your business, and you won't regret it. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.